Come, Holy Spirit, fill the hearts of your faithful, and kindle in them the fire of your love. Send forth your Spirit, and they shall be created, and you shall renew the face of the earth. O God, you instructed the hearts of the faithful by the light of the Holy Spirit. Grant us, by the same Holy Spirit, to have a right judgment in all things, and ever to rejoice in his consolation. And may you dispose of the souls of all the veterans and loved ones that are here. May they rest in peace, and let your perpetual light shine upon them.
Hold, hold. Fire position, move. Aim, fire. Ready. Aim, fire. Ready. Aim, fire. Present, arm. job.
We just concluded the firing of the Honor Guard at the Crow Creek Reservation. Today is Memorial Day. That is my grandpa, Don Mapner, who has brought me to his home reservation to honor some of his fallen comrades who died in the Korean War. They are part of the Sioux Nation.
This is my dad's flag, and he served in the Korean War. See, that name is supposed to be on the outside, or what?
Did you just hear that? She said it's her dad's flag. And
See, I didn't know my mom had it.
Yeah.
And Virgil, when they were cleaning out my mom's house, this is my dad's flag, and he served in the Korean War along with all of his brothers and a whole bunch of uncles.
thank you so much.
That's her dad's flag.
I know.
See, Korea.
You gotta go give her a hug.
Okay, hold it right there. Put some tobacco in there. Okay.
So I'm gonna go visit her father's grave later, but at this time I would like to take you to the family of Grandpa Mark Shields. So we'll walk. Grandpa Don's gonna walk with me, but you're gonna tell us a little bit about his service in the Korean War. Mark Shields.
Okay. Mark was in World War II, and Wilbur Floyd was in World War II. Both of our two veterans got killed in Korea in 1950, and he was in the top veteran that killed, the first one to get killed. So that's why we're honoring here today Mark Shields, and tomorrow we'll be honoring Wilbur Floyd's grave up on the Standing Rock Indian Reservation.
Yes. So we're currently at the Crow Creek Reservation. I mentioned that this is where, you were also born and raised. And, this is his daughter. Hello, Donita. Aunt Donita.
They're heading out. They wanted you guys to come over and add a basket.
Okay, and so I would like to introduce you to the family. We laid a flower there earlier before the gun salute. And it's really remarkable because all of them are here.
Could we get you two in the picture real quick?
Yeah, Donnie's uncle.
Don, you can get in there.
Uncle, jump in.
Jump in, okay. I'll be right there.
Upset by the good-looking one.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Oh, wait, one more. Get back in line.
Do you want me to hold that for you?
Oh, sure.
Okay. Do I just hold it? All right, you get in there.
Well, perfect, because then you can... Okay, so hello again. As I guess now the patron of the family, right?
Yes.
Could you share a few words about about just today and your father's service and just what it means to the family?
Well, I guess I can tell you about the time they sent him home. I was 11, remember real well. He come in on a train in Chamberlain, South Dakota, steam train. They sent an honor guard with him, and it was really cold. I remember, I think, and which the Episcopal Church was down below the hill here, and we lived right below this other tower that's over the hill here. When they brought my dad home, they brought him to the Episcopal Church. They had to wait, and all kinds of friends and relatives showed up. I can remember. I remember the day that they buried him. They brought a white horse up, a wagon, put the body in the back of the wagon, had a military accompaniment, honor guard, and they walked from the cemetery up the hill. Everybody followed the wagon to the cemetery, and there was bugle taps and like we hear it here, up here. That I remember real well.
How old were you?
I was 11. And as far as my dad, he was in the service most of my life. So I have members when he was in Hawaii, in Korea. But as far as that, most of the time he was gone. So that's about all I can remember.
So as an 11-year-old, to see your father go to a foreign country, but not be able to come back home, what did it feel like?
Well, back then I guess it was pretty tough, but I was pretty young too. So, you know.
And I know your grandson, so his great-grandson is here, right? You've never met your great-grandfather, but you know, what does it mean to you that he served in the war and somebody like me can say
it's
thank
awesome
you?
to see that what he did for South Korea and the Korean War.
As soon as they get down, they bring her over there because they're going to be leaving it pretty quick. So
sad that I
that's
didn't
Jig's
get to meet him.
voices. They will honor him too. So
I'm honored that you're actually
tell her
here
to
to
come
do this
right
for him.
over there.
Okay.
No, it means a lot.
Oh, thank you.
During our celebration every year, we always take his flag down to the powwow grounds. And the veterans, I give it to the veterans. They take custody of it and they fly it
Oh, wow.
all weekend during our celebration. So we still fly his flag once a year.
That's wonderful. I mean, again, thank you so much. It's such a tremendous honor for me to join you, to honor, you know, whom I would have called my grandfather. So I say that I'm extremely happy that I have this beautiful family, and I guess I could come visit the res, right? They call it the res. I just learned anytime, which, wow, you know, I would have never thought. So thank you so much. And everybody, please remember that, you know, in our own country, there were many American Indians who volunteered to fight for America during a time when many have not been even granted full citizenships. And I think that's very important to know that, you know, not only did they volunteer and serve, but many, you know, didn't make it back home to this beautiful, tranquil place, you know, along the river, and the birds chirping, and I really felt like I was waking up in heaven today. So please, this Memorial Day, also remember, I say, those forgotten heroes of our country. Again, this is my reservation number 1 in my state number 19 of my 50-state journey, 70 city and 90 days across America to thank veterans and promote peace. Remember 727.org. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Hannah.